everyone, welcome to Yoga Treehouse. I'm Brittany. Today we have a story for when you just need a little spark. So roll out your mat or meet me on the ground and let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start in a seat. And let's start in crisscross applesauce. So in yoga this is called Sukhasana or easy pose. And let's have our right shin in front. So your right leg will be the one in front. And this might feel like the weird way for you, but don't worry about it because we'll get to the other side. So just set yourself up there. And right away we'll start with some movement of the arms, finding some space in our sides. So bring your left arm down, reach your right arm up overhead, making a big arc in the right side. Good. You could turn the neck up and down, finding some space there. And then we'll switch sides, so come back up to center. And now the right hand comes down, left arm comes up. Good. So we'll switch between these two sides a few times, and you can move at your own pace. With every inhale and exhale, maybe you move. And we'll start with our story. So once upon a time, there was a very sleepy forest. In fact, it's so sleepy that the birds forgot to sing. They forgot how to sing. And the wind forgot how to move. So it's this very, very, very sleepy, sleepy place. And one day, this little ray of light from the sun, this little spark named Soul, is floating over this forest, and she sees how sleepy they are, and she thinks she can help. Okay, let's come up to center. And so we'll start to move. So from your seat, step your right shin just a little bit forward. So your right shin is parallel towards the front. And then step your left foot right in front of that. Okay, now take your right hand, bring it behind your back, and all you do is press into your foot and your shin to lift your hips up. The left arm reaches up overhead, and we'll call this a mini wild thing. Okay, take a big breath in, reach your hips up, and exhale to come down to a seat. Okay, now we'll come back into our easy seat, and our left shin will be forward. Nice. And we'll start with those side bends again. So one arm reaching out, the other arm going up overhead, and switching sides. So Soul knows that she can help this sleepy forest. So she sends herself through the whole forest, spreading light on top of the trees and the leaves and the flowers, spreading her sunlight everywhere. And the leaves start to lift a little bit, and the plants and the trees start to grow a little bit higher. She starts to hear a little bit of birds singing and the movement of the water and the river. Good, come back up to a seat, and I will do that little wild thing again. So the left shin now comes forward, right foot comes in front of that. Your left hand's gonna come back behind you, and then press into your foot and your shin to lift up your hips. Nice, right arm goes back behind you, arching over, kind of like a waterfall. Big breath. Exhale, sit your hips back down and come back to a seat. Okay, we'll make our way to a tabletop just briefly. And from here, we'll press up and back to a downward dog. One breath in here. And out. So Soul starts to move through the forest, and slowly everything starts to wake up. And there's so much energy. All the birds are singing, all the trees and the plants are growing, and the birds are so excited to be back and singing loudly. Inhale forward to a plank. And so we'll find a little burst of energy ourselves. We'll play with a bigger wild thing, our full wild thing. So if you'd like to come along on this journey, you'll come forward to a plank. Now reach your right foot up behind you. And already this is tricky, right? We're shaking and wobbling. Step your right toes behind your left leg and you're gonna come onto the outside of the left foot. From here, lift your right arm up overhead, being really careful here, lifting the hips up towards the sky, reaching back with the right arm. So good. Bring your right hand down. See if you can keep your right foot lifted as your right shin comes forward and down, and you're moving into pigeon. This is not easy, right? If that didn't work for you, that is okay. You'll just end up around here. So your front shin will be forward, and the shin can be moved in towards your body. So the heel can come closer to your body for this pigeon. Inhale to lift your chest, and exhale to come down. So maybe you come onto forearms, maybe you stay up on the hands, or maybe your forehead comes down towards the mat. And just take a few breaths here. This is a big stretch for the hips. I'm sure you feel it. One more big breath. Good, and then use your hands to press back into the mat or into the ground and wiggle your way out of here and come back to a downward dog. One breath in and out. So Soul was able to wake up the sleepy forest, and from then on she came back every day, spreading sunlight and energy onto her new friends. Okay, inhale forward to a plank. And we'll do that little wild thing on this side. So lift your left toes up, step them behind your right leg, and then you'll flip onto the side of the right foot. So you're off of your left hand. Inhale to lift the left arm up towards the ceiling, reach long, really nice. Breathe in here, hips are lifting. Good, exhale, bring the left hand down. See if you can keep that left foot up as the left shin comes forward into a pigeon. Again, not easy. So really take your time getting there. You'll end up with the left shin forward. Good. Inhale to lift the chest up. Exhale to fold yourself down any amount, right? So that can always mean that you stay up on hands because this is still a really big stretch in the hips, right? Big breaths in and out. One more. Good. Take your time making your way back into a downward dog. Yep, you gotta kind of wiggle that front shin out of there. And then slowly lower down to your knees. We'll end with just a few breaths together. So you can come to any comfortable seat. Bring your hands on top of your thighs or your knees. And let the eyes close. I hope this little practice gave you a little burst of energy. I'll see you next time at Yoga Treehouse.